Life. It is, I gotta share this out real quick, but we are live, and it is February 13th, 2025. Hope I put that right in the thumbnail, but I'm gonna share this out real quick, and then we're gonna keep talking, okay? We're back live. If you come in, go ahead and put something in the live chat. I'm glad you guys are here with me today. I'm in the truck, got my coffee. Today was a free cup of coffee from Dunkin' because I stood in line one time. I have a video of that, and where I made a video where I stood in line on their grand opening, and they gave out free coffee for a year, and they have these little coupon things. You get 4 free cups of coffee a month. Go in there and get you a free cup. That's a last. I think this goes up to May, so I can keep getting 4 cups a month until May. So, hey, free's free, right? You know what else could be free? This just all, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't really completely plan for this live. I'm going to put in the comment section below because I forgot the guy's name, but I watched a video this morning on YouTube, and it was about people and struggling facts that a lot of younger individuals from 18 to 35 tend to not stick with their employment very long, and they quit. They're quitting at a little bit more higher rate than usual. A lot of that is due to they shop their jobs, and I agree with this part. This is piggybacking off yesterday's stuff. I believe shopping your jobs every 2 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, depending on where you want to be. But loyalty and the fact of that is kind of a little bit not necessarily gone to the wayside, that loyalty doesn't matter, but loyalty in the fact that if you're paying someone $13 an hour and they could go make $23 an hour, of course they should take that chance. Or if they're making 13 and they could go make 15, the extra $2 with the growth of the economic reasons here in this United States and in the world says that they need to go acquire the extra $2. Even if the benefits are relatively close, then that's really shouldn't be a deciding factor. The only difference is if the benefits were way off, and you can only increase in $2 extra, but your benefits, you lose all your medical, you lose everything else, then that would become a problem. Some spouses, and myself, my spouse, she works and she has a full-time job, and her full-time job allows her to have benefits for the whole family. So when I go to search for something, everybody's like, well, this place has great benefits and great this, great that. The only benefit that really matters the most to me in my particular situation is retirement. So that's the one that really matters to me. Otherwise, right now, because of where my wife works, I'm covered medical, dental, visual. So in a way, I'm covered, and I don't really see that as a negative thing for me to worry about. So when I'm looking at employment, I am looking mainly at compensation. Now, I got on this because the guy I was mentioning about earlier, and I'll post in the comment section who he was and a link to his video. In the 1940s, that's when they established, from what I've heard from his video and what I've learned in school and stuff, in the 1940s, that's how they established the work week of 40 hours, getting paid for overtime, weekends off, or at least the normal weekdays of work being Monday through Friday. As we can see, a lot of businesses didn't always go by that forever. And a lot of that has changed nowadays. I mean, we're seeing everyone, even in factories, work overtime. And that's where a lot of maybe that 40-hour area was more geared to not just the factories at that time, but mainly a lot of factory work. But now we can see that that's still occurring now. And now they just compensate you with overtime, but then they tax the overtime. And then, so our current administration, presidential, Trump and them, they're trying to look at not taxing overtime hours, depending on, the factual part, or is there going to be a cap or no cap? I don't know. You'd have to go to the government website to find that answer out. I don't know. I can't give you the exact facts on that, but I can tell you this. Overtime and all that only goes so far. Okay. Here's the idea though. Technically, the wages of 1940s compared to now, obviously that's a stark difference. There has been a tremendous growth in wages since the 1940s till now. However, that does not match the growth of the economic growth compared to what we should be making per hour. And then on top of that, when you look at this, we are actually also working so many hours still, the same amount of hours, 40, 50, 60 hours or more every single week. But with advancements in technology and everything of that nature, Why do we continue to do that? And then if the wages don't match the economic growth, then technically the wage increase, though, sorry, I had something on my lip. Although the economic, if you don't match the economic growth, although the wage increase does show the difference from the 1940s pay till now, but it doesn't match what's going on in our surroundings. So therefore, we're not making really any more money. In fact, we might be making less money compared to the economic growth compared to what we're making. And on top of that, compared to what we're producing, we're actually producing a lot more manufacturing goods. We're also producing a lot more power efficient jobs and ability to get things done at an efficient level. But yet we seem to be stuck in the 1940s when it comes to a standard work week is 40 hours, and you work every day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday. Now those are overtime, or those are just, we'll work you 3 hours here and give you a few hours off, and you can come back on Saturday for whatever reason. And you have to think about in the 1950s and 60s when they were building cars and cars were coming down plant assembly lines, how much faster it is today to push out cars. How many more vehicles are we pushing out compared to then? But yet we're still being held to the same standards of that time frame. So it makes no sense. And so I just got to thinking about that. And that goes with also retail. It goes with entertainment, all this stuff. I mean, think about stage handlers for sound equipment and all that, where stage individuals putting up stages and all that type of equipment handlers, all that. Think about the equipment they have now. Maybe more equipment they got to put out, but the equipment does more work, so they have to do less moving around each type of session or show, or it's made it easier, or at least the show better, so it attracts more viewers. And then if you look at retail, yes, my wife, or where she works at, she was telling me back, before she even got there, they used to have to hand type all the codes in for certain products. Now they can just scan them in. And so it's so much faster to push people through the store. And, so that's the point. So all these things have increased and the wages have increased, but the wages do not match the growth of our economic growth. And that's due to all kinds of situations that economic growth that is affecting us financially. And look at our inflation, look at our bills that we have to pay, and that type of stuff. So we're in a kind of like a topsy-turvy situation here. So my morning thoughts are right now is we're stuck in the 1940s. Great Scots, Marty. We got to figure out a way to match not only our wage increase, but to match our difficult situation we have with the factor of how much we pay each month, how much we pay each week just to live. I mean, it's not matching what we are being compensated. And also the hours are not matching the way of our lives and the way we want to see. In fact, the studies that he was quoting suggested that the individuals 18 to 35 don't really want to work a 40-hour work week, but they want to be compensated as such. And I do see where their point of view can come, because in 40 hours in 1940 compared to 40 hours now, it's a totally different contrast situation. Look at the situation we're talking about. There's more technology, there's more advancements, there's more things to help us proceed and produce and get things done. So therefore, it should be cutting into the time we have to use to do those said jobs. But it doesn't look like that. And there hasn't been any great push by our political leaders or activists or anybody to really push the idea of shortening the work week or tweaking it or doing something of that nature, or helping our economic situation around us come down with inflation and other things to come down, so we can match with our wages to match the economic growth and the financial burden that's on us as citizens to go away a little bit. And so how's that going to occur? I don't know. One thing they said in the 1940s, 50s, those time frames, there was 1960s, there's a lot of union help. There was a lot of union reps. The unions played a big role in wage increases and job security, along with, making sure the companies didn't abuse or overuse their workers. So is that still a good practice as a union? A lot of people say unions, no, they drive up costs and they actually make you pay dues and all this stuff. But I think the unions do play a part. I mean, as we can see, this is part of some statistical data. And like I said, the information is going to be down below in the comment section. I'll post the guy's video there so you can go watch it, where I'm getting some of my ideas from. But I think from a standpoint, it is good to have some type of representation. You would never go into a lawful situation unless it was very, very minor, like a seatbelt. But anything bigger than that, you mainly would be asking, can I get a lawyer? Because you need that representation. It's not that others wouldn't have a great... Oh, hold on one second. It's not that others wouldn't have a great, factorial situation to help you out with things, but it's a simple fact that, or like other people in the court systems, the law systems that would help you, but it's a simple fact that just having that one trustworthy person with you. So maybe representation from unions might be good. I don't want to speak either way. I'm throwing out ideas. Here's my beliefs and my thoughts real quick. I believe that the thoughts of 40-hour work week should be adjusted somehow. And I think the wages should match our cost of living today. That's what I believe. Tell me what you guys believe down below. Tell me what your morning thoughts are this morning. I just got done doing a workout. I've got to go in here and work now. Talking about work now, going to work. And I love where I work, so it's not a big deal. But let me go in here and get my job done today. But in this meantime, watch this video. Tell me what you think. Does our wages match our cost of living nowadays and our economic growth and what we're all doing? Does the wages match that? Does the time frame of what you spend each week at work, does it match your desires? And do you think it should be adjusted? Should it go to a 3-day work week? Should we go to 35 hours as a reflective of a full-time work week? What should we do? And if we do that, should the wage increase to compensate what it should still be at 40 hours? Should we do that? I don't know. Comment down below what you think and give me your thoughts. I know it could cost us more money if we do that. Maybe prices of this go up, but actually it shouldn't. It should just take the CEOs and other people of companies that make lots and lots and lots of money. Maybe they take a little bit of decrease in pay instead of us average normal Americans. Just a thought. I don't know. That's all I have. That's my morning thoughts this morning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Until next time, guys. Happy thoughts. Happy day. Peace.